The Oscars are this weekend, and since there will not be a host this year, the producers have had their work cut out for them. ABC's Chris Connolly caught up with the team behind the big show to see how diversity and inclusion will be major themes of the night.
It means a lot to win an award, to win an Oscar here. So we're just happy to be part of that.
Yeah, because I think ultimately there's just nothing like the Oscar, and it's been around for so long. And
what can you do with this show that will make a young director, a person of color, a woman feel like she has a place at the Hollywood table?
From the beginning, we always wanted the show to feel diverse and inclusive, and I think our choices in terms of what we can make a difference in terms of presenters and musical numbers, that's where you'll feel a great sense of inclusion.
And 64 women were nominated this year for Oscars, and that's a record number.
Huge record. And almost all of the Best Picture nominees were produced by women.
Yeah.
What kind of moments can you create on the stage that will make the next person like that feel like, I'm going to be up there next?
You'll see.
All right, Chris, thank you for that. And while none of us are getting any younger, Hollywood is making it a little easier to pretend, at least. We got an inside look at the de-aging tech used in The Irishman, and a lot more. Our Romina Puga reports from Hollywood.
Not afraid of tough guys, are you? I didn't think so.
Pablo Hellman is the visual effects supervisor behind The Irishman's de-aging technology.
The whole premise was to take the technology away from the performances.
Director Martin Scorsese told Pablo they didn't want to use any facial markers because it would distract the performances.
The eyes need to connect. And
you have stuff.
Yeah, you can't really get into it. I immediately knew that if we could come up with a way for the actors not to wear markers, that was going to change the industry.
But you know had a funny question about the aging when you met him, right?
Yeah, when I met him the first time, he put his hand on my shoulder and said, so tell me, how old am I going to be? And I said, well, you're going to be 44, and then 47, and then 52, and then you're going to die when you're 62. And he said, 47. What a nice age. And he wasn't even looking at me, you know, he was looking right through me.
He was just like dreaming up.
This is Jimmy Hoffa. Glad to meet you.
For the set, Pablo's team created a special camera rig using 2 witness cameras on either side of the main lens to capture the performance from different angles and with infrared lighting. For post-production, they had to create a first-of-its-kind software to de-age the actors. Pablo's team worked on the film for 4 years.
Every shot took about 6-7 weeks, and we had 1,750 shots.
They then cross-referenced their final renders using artificial intelligence to sift through thousands of movie stills from previous films to compare the actors' faces.
It's a way for us to see that artificial intelligence is making its way into the production.
Other films required the actors to transform on set. Actress Charlize Theron told makeup artist Kazuhiro,
I want to be Megyn Kelly.
this is a jaw piece, so where does that go? Just right here?
Right here to make really angular, because Megyn Kelly has a really angular face. First, I put this on and the powder around the edge, and that will tell me where the region where the piece ends, and fit in that position and start to glue.
What's the pressure like when you're working with people who actually exist?
You know, if it's a historical character and everybody knows what they look like, it was difficult and really hard to make it convincingly enough to the audience, because so they had to believe into what they're looking at is a Megyn Kelly. This is one of the nose plug.
Which the plugs are because Megyn Kelly just has bigger nostrils than Charlize. It's such a small thing.
There's a big responsibility to change her face into someone else. And you know, as soon as we started to talk, you know, every idea is spinning in my head. Trickiest part was the eyelid piece, because it's really delicate around here, and it had to move with her, and she has to act with it.
Nobody stops watching because of a conflict. They stop watching when there isn't one.
All right, that de-aging technology is so amazing. Romina Puga joins us live now from the red carpet. And Romina, you know, this is incredible because you're 75 years old and you use some of that de-aging technology in your story. And right now, it really is incredible.
You caught me.
So let's talk.
Tom, it is incredible the work they did.
Let's talk Oscars. So no host again this year, and this is turning out to be a smart choice, correct?
It is. I mean, viewership went up last year, and a big chunk of that was audiences tuning in to see how are they going to pull this off. So it makes sense they're doing it again this year. I think audiences will tune in for the same reason. You know, they did it once. Can they do it again? They've released a long list of presenters and performers to entertain everyone this year, including the 5 original song nominees, which will be performed live at the show. We all know last year that viral moment with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga when they performed Shallow, and it was meme-ified and it was everywhere online the next day. With a live show like this, you're bound to get those moments again. And a special performance by Billie Eilish is expected, but we still don't know what that'll look like. Tom?
Yeah, that was one incredible moment last year. All right, thank you so much, Romina. We appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.